Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. I'm so excited. My girl Lala Kent is here today.
Hey, how are ya?
You sound a little country. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you're here. This is my first episode after fully taking over the podcast. So thanks for being my first.
You know what? It's just so wild. First of all, I'm honored that I'm your first guest.
Thank you.
This is like massive for you. And I so remember that moment in my life as well when you're like, fuck you, get off my podcast.
Oh my God. I literally, until you just said that, forgot that you started it with your ex in the beginning.
And can I tell you what I've never shared before?
Yes, please.
Is that at the time after I kicked him off, he was still collecting a check from the podcast. He wouldn't let the check go.
How long did you have to do that for?
I want to say it was a little over a year.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize like when contracts are involved, like you have to continue with the contract, which was also what was happening between Jax and I. And that's why we were doing like every other weekend or every other
can't stomach doing it with them.
Every other episode. Yeah. I wasn't about to be like, let's do a joint episode.
No, because I actually had to do an episode after shit hit the fan because I had to pretend everything was kosher. And it was me, my ex, and Jesse Metcalf.
Oh, you did one together after?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Like I was still preparing I was getting my ducks in a row before I left
So you were
the
trying to
house,
like.
and I wanted to vomit, and I was like flirting with Jesse Metcalf, and my ex was looking at me like he wanted to like just shoot me with laser beams coming out of his eyes. And oh my God, just reminiscing about what a horrendous time in life that was.
Yes.
But you come out on the other side and on top.
Like, how much better do you feel now?
Oh my God, I feel so much better now.
Yeah. And your podcast is amazing. And you have your family on it all the time, your pod. And
I love the pod.
Yeah.
Doing a podcast, I think, is fun.
Oh, it's so fun.
Do you enjoy it?
I do too.
Yeah. Mine took a hit in the, like on, the reviews because someone on Reddit started a petition to go on to my podcast and write horrendous reviews.
Oh, I'm sure that's happened to me because people on Reddit are the worst.
They're the worst.
I'm sorry, Reddit people, like, what is wrong with you? Like, get a life.
Insane people.
I'm so sorry that you have to revolve your life around people you've never met in real life. Like that's insane to me.
Who has the time?
But I feel like ours was taking a hit too because we kept having to go back and forth, and it was like I'm having friends on trying to be light and funny, and then Jax was doing the mind of the man, and it was just like so opposite. Like every single week.
Right.
So that ain't happening no more. Now it's just going to be me interviewing all my friends.
I'm very happy for you.
And just like all these different guys. I'm excited. I'm excited. I posted my rebrand photo today.
The photo is fabulous.
Thank you.
I love the direction that you went.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, like, what does it feel like now? You're fully independent. Mm-hmm. Like, you are completely separate from him.
Yep.
What does that feel like?
Amazing. This was like the last thing that really was like tying us together. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it feels awesome that I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can like do whatever I want to do. I can rebrand it. I can, I don't have to worry what he's going to say because I wouldn't even listen to his episodes. Like I would have like my team like listen and tell me what he was saying. So it feels good that I don't have to do that anymore. And also like, I just feel amazing. I'm back in my house. I'm doing everything by myself.
Yes.
Like, and it feels great.
I'm very proud of you. You've reached a level of independence that I'm sure you're very grateful for because most people don't have that luxury. Like if Jax were to never give you a dime in child support, you would still be okay.
Yeah. And he's barely given me anything. I'm not going to go into details about
thank
that.
God
but
you don't need it though, Brittany.
Yeah,
some women
thank
are like,
God.
we had a child together. You must show up financially.
Yeah.
You have to.
He has not. He has not shown up financially, but thank God. I say it every day. Like I'm very blessed with everything that I have. And also like I never thought I would be in this life or this house or this, TV shows and all these different things. So like, it's also crazy, but like the fact that I could do it by myself now.
Yeah.
Like it's so empowering.
You a bad bitch.
I'm a bad bitch. And so are you.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you are.
I'm like, I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, I need a little bit of an identity check because right now I just feel like mom, which is great.
You're a great mom.
I chose that, right? That's all I've ever wanted. Well, not ever, but it's like I loved being a mom to Ocean so much that I went out and got a donor.
Amazing.
But there's moments where I'm like, I would really like to feel like my Lala is coming back at some point.
Your Lala is still there. I just think I think that both of us need to go out more. I think a lot of people think I'm like out and about.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
You're not at all.
I'm not.
No.
Like people think that I'm like out partying all the time and doing this.
Well,
and I'm like,
because they see you on social media.
Yeah.
Of course, we only post
when we're out.
Yes.
Like once a week, if that.
Yes.
If that.
And then if you're me, every time you're out, you don't know where your phone is. Like the other day, we were out and I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? This is the one time that I can give people content of me not in a bathrobe.
Yeah.
And I don't know where my phone is.
I'm like, don't worry, girl, I got you. We will be posting those soon. But no, you are a great mother. Oh my gosh. And also doing that by yourself, the whole sperm donor route, like that is like you're so strong.
Thank you, Britt.
Like so strong and amazing.
I'm loving it.
Yes. And Sosa is, obviously Ocean is so gorgeous, but new baby Sosa too. Like now you have two beautiful little gorgeous girls in your life.
You want to know what's really crazy? And I was thinking about this last night is having Sosa has allowed me to experience motherhood the way that every single woman deserves to experience it. When I had Ocean, I felt so alone. And like I had Ocean like the cookie cutter way, right? Like with a partner who I felt kind of abandoned by. And he wasn't very kind to me after I had Ocean. And I think you could relate to this a lot, Brittany.
Yeah.
But I felt like my ex robbed me of what was my right as a mom to feel like happy and peaceful. So once I had Sosa, I was like, this is what motherhood feels like. Like I have the normal worries, but I don't feel like I'm in fight mode. Like the moment I had Ocean, it was like I blinked and I was having to kind of abort mission on the life I once knew. And it was like my dukes were up and I was fighting for my life, for my child's life. It was exhausting. And I have a trauma bond with Ocean now. With Sosa, it's like I just get to look at her and feel nothing but peace and excitement and know that like if I go out, it doesn't matter if I'm not around her all day today because I got to work, because no one tomorrow is taking her. It's not like, it's not my weekend. It's not this. It feels so fucking good.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy.
That was a long-winded
No, I love you for being so vulnerable. Vulnerable. But like you saying that just like brought a memory back to my head from my own life, because I had talked about this publicly, but I think when I was talking about it, I was thinking like that he was so nervous and stuff. But like now that you just said all that, it like kind of like something's like clicking in my head. It's like when we brought Cruz home from the hospital and Jax was driving, it was awful.
Was he like...
It was the day that we're bringing our son home from the hospital. And he was just like, the traffic was bad. And I get that that's annoying, but he just could not stand it. Everything was just so bad. And, like road rage and everything. Yeah. And back then I remember I've talked about this publicly.
Yeah.
And I was actually being like, he was just so nervous. So he was mean to me and he was this and that. Now I look back at it and I'm like, oh my God. Like that really does, like that should be some of the happiest moments of your life.
Yeah. You're already dealing with so many hormones.
Yes. And pain.
Yeah. You just shoved a full on person out of your body. And you were robbed of that moment as well.
That's crazy. Yeah. It didn't even really like click until just now.
Yeah, isn't that strange? How
Yeah.
You go into survival mode of blocking certain things out because if you dwell on them, it'll take you out.
Yeah. I think I blocked a lot of things out, and that's how I lived for a long time. Not anymore.
I can't wait for you to write a book, bitch.
Oh my gosh. I have to eventually. Like, come on. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. And, you know, that was... Goodness, we've both been through some things with our exes.
And it's nice to be able to laugh about it now.
Oh, I have to laugh about it, or else, like, what am I going to do? Sit in the corner and cry all day? Heck no.
No, fuck
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, let's take another route really fast. The trailer for The Valley just dropped.
That shit's wild.
What did you think about it, Lala?
I was shooketh to my core. First of all, Michelle throwing the drink on Jesse's face. I'm like, this was not your first time doing that. The aim, the precision,
it was
the
from across the room
between you and Jesse.
the distance,
right in the face. Not a drop spilled before it made its way to his face. Iconic. It was so good. I felt like they did a great job. I loved how they edited that together because it showed you, obviously, we know you've been going through a lot, but I love that they added the aspect of like, you're still Brittany, your light is back, you're out having fun. I'm so happy they made sure that was in there.
Like, made sure to show I was laughing still.
Yes,
and,
that you still are like Kentucky muffin, bitch. Like out in these streets having the best time ever.
Yeah.
While still going through a lot of shit. It was a well-balanced trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Baskin said this is one of the greatest seasons he has ever made. And not just of The Valley. Greatest seasons he's ever made of any television show.
Which is crazy.
Good for y'all.
Crazy.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Lala called me that morning because I just feel like a lot of my friends did. They all called me that morning because they knew it was going to be like a hard morning. And whenever I first watched it, I was like, oh gosh, I just don't know. Like, I feel like there could have been this or that or that. And Lala was like, no, Brittany, like it showed you still happy and laughing.
Yes.
And then I like started rewatching it after that. And I was like, she's right. Like, I'm so glad it didn't just only show like the extreme.
Yeah.
Everything that's to come from this season. Because there's so much more. There's so much more.
This is just the trailer.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to know what you went through. It was a well-balanced trailer that got people excited. There's lighthearted moments that people want to see, especially with such a fucking dramatic season ahead.
Yeah. I love that they put Zach motorboating me on there.
So cute. I loved that.
I thought that was so cute.
I love you.
And how about and like the baby wipe thing, like I've
Your
had people.
face.
Oh my gosh, I was because you know what, like that happened to me that morning where I came into my house to get something because I was staying at a rental place. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it'll be on the show, but I will talk about what's on the trailer.
Yeah, just the trailer.
Yeah, I had went to my house that morning to get something or whatever. And I took a photo of it. And I'm not going to say what the excuses were for it or anything like that yet. But like, it honestly didn't click until the moment that Janet said that at the dinner table. I don't know why. But she was like, oh yeah, that girl wiped her vagine.
Her vagine.
And it's now sitting on your counter. And I just like gagged. Because that was what actually happened. And like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Oh my, I'm repulsed. She just like wiped her crock pot down before he put his meat in it.
With my son's baby wipes that were still left over at that house at the time.
That's repulsive.
Like, gross.
That is repulsive.
Gross.
See, when you told me about this, I thought that maybe she cleaned herself up after. Either way, disgusting.
Oh, either way, it could have been
in the trash.
Either way, it was still used for the same thing. Wiped it either way.
What?
And also, what I'm sure whoever this woman is like watching that being like, that was probably mine. You know?
I can't wait for them to hear what you talked about on the after show then on what you thought the thong was. That shit was so funny.
Oh my God. Who doesn't love the good things in life? Even though I enjoy a little luxury, it doesn't mean I can always afford it until I discovered Quince. Quince is my go-to for luxury essentials at affordable prices. Quince offers a range of high-quality items at prices within reach, like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50, washable silk tops and dresses, organic cotton sweaters, and 14-karat gold jewelry. The best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I love that. I have so many different items from Quince. I have this like amazing robe that is so soft and I wear it almost every single day. There's nothing like a silk dress because you can wear that for every single season. You can pair it with a jacket or you can just wear it as itself as a slip dress and it will be absolutely beautiful. I love their silk dresses. They have the softest shirts. I love sleeping in their shirts too, because they are just so soft and so incredible. Give yourself the luxury you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/JB for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/JB to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/JB. You will love their stuff. Okay, so Lala, you had your moment on the trailer too.
Yeah. I was like, wow, I was so pregnant.
You were so pregnant, but you looked so hot and your ass looked so good.
It was like the one time that I had like a juicy ass that I was hoping I would have like at least 6 months postpartum. And she like faded so quickly. I was really upset about it. Yeah, I made y'all's trailer.
I know. And you said, I can't remember everything you said, but you definitely at the end were like, and I'm so happy I don't have to deal with you.
Yeah.
You were like, you're a narcissist. You're mean to my friend.
Yeah, you're mean to my friend.
You're something else.
I think I called him toxic.
Yeah, toxic.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I don't have to deal with you.
Yeah. I'm
glad I don't have to deal with you. Yeah.
I know that it sounds like the same song that I'm singing often. However, it is undeniable that narcissism is an epidemic. There's many layers. There's many people who develop it because maybe they were raised by a narcissistic person. And I think it's important that people talk about it and call it out, because when you're stuck...
Hi, Cruzy.
When you're stuck with a narcissist, it is a torture chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You know this.
Yep.
It's chaotic. It's controlling. So you have to call it out and you have to educate people, because narcissism is everywhere right now. So if you think this is the last time I'm going to be on television calling a man a narcissist, you're crazy.
Well, it's going to be me now. I'm going to be joining you in that story. I'm going to be like, oh, yep, you're a narcissist.
Because
I've looked up everything. Yeah. Yeah. Once you realize it and it's like, okay, yeah.
We would be doing people a disservice if you didn't call it out. Yeah. Period. You're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How did it feel filming for The Valley, like being so pregnant?
I loved it because I was not a cast member. I just kind of bopped in because you know, you guys were very much in my life.
Real life.
And you're filming a show, and it just kind of like made sense. I wanted to be around you guys. I liked it because there was no pressure. I was basically I was less than a friend of. Like, no one expected anything of me except to be like, hi, how are you? I'm pregnant. It's fucking awesome.
But you look so good in your little two-piece. I just loved it.
Thank you. I had fun at your shark party.
My shark party.
I actually was a little nervous when Jesse came up to me because I was like, no, I'm not prepared for this. I'm just here to hang. Just here to fucking hang, man.
You're like, I'm a friend of.
Yeah. I'm a friend of a friend of a friend of. Just here to bump around this pool party. All right.
Well, I'm so glad that you were there. Okay, so speaking of that, And, you know, we did kind of talk about the babies earlier, but you being a mom of 2 now, how do you feel like, what is so different about being a mother of 2 compared to just having Ocean?
It's just a lot more chaotic. There's like very little downtime. Like when you get one situated, the next one needs you. So it's definitely, I don't have any free time. I'm constantly exhausted. The days are very long. And then by the time I get settled and go to sleep, the mornings come very quickly.
Yeah.
And I love every second of it because like I'm not one of those weird, not that they're weird moms, but like I'm not just a mom. Like I have other things going on, but I will say that motherhood is the one thing that like fulfills me to my very core.
Yeah.
I like feeling needed. I like feeling that I have a purpose. They're my purpose. And I do feel at the beginning I was a hot mess. And I know it was hormones, but I was feeling so guilty that I was maybe not giving Ocean the amount of time that she deserved. And now we've found like the perfect balance.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be hard whenever you have a brand new infant that needs all of your attention.
Yeah, it was
there's a
really
difference
hard.
in the beginning, you know, like they'll sleep for most of the time, but at the same time, you're like, are they breathing? Are they, you know,
Yeah.
and like I have to pump, I have to do this, I have to feed them, I have to do this, I have to blah 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 blah. Why?
And you remember that every 2 hours, Fee?
Yes, yeah,
Those 2 hours go by so fast.
Yes.
Like I remember just sobbing my eyes out, wondering what the fuck I had just done bringing Sosa into the world, because Ocean was so confused on why I was suddenly not taking her to school in the morning.
Oh,
And it broke my heart. And now we've got our rhythm, man.
yeah, you got into it.
We got it.
I feel like, but also you were also healing from having a baby, so that's
Yeah.
completely normal, you know?
Yes.
Completely normal.
I think it's normal too.
yeah.
But in the moment you feel like you're so by yourself, and that's why I encourage moms, like take it to social media, open up the conversation
Yeah.
so that you know, like just sometimes feeling like you're not by yourself is enough.
Yeah. So would you say that's been the hardest part of having like two babies now?
I think the hardest part is not having 5 minutes to myself. I put them both
Yeah.
down last night at 6. They were in bed asleep before 6:30.
Oh my gosh,
And
amazing.
I was in fucking heaven. I was like, I get to get in a bath, read a book. It was still light outside. Yeah. I closed all the drapes. I'm like, nah. We're done. We're done with the fucking day.
That's awesome. What about the best part?
The best part is watching. Now Sosa's got the personality where she looks at her sister and smiles and thinks that her sister's like cool, you know? Watching Ocean get excited that, oh, this is like a little person who's going to grow and I'm going to be able to have fun with. When she first came, Ocean was like, what the fuck is this baby? This is like the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. Right? She's like, why doesn't she walk and talk?
Yeah. Like, why is she not talking yet?
Yeah, she didn't understand. Now that she's understanding, that's the best part, seeing my girls together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're so beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. We talked about this before, but I swear Sosa looks like Cruz's little sister.
It's crazy. Is it not crazy?
It is.
When I see them together, I'm like, hold up.
Oh my gosh, I love both of them so much. We were just at Ocean's birthday party.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that our babies are turning 4.
It
Like-
flies by.
I cannot believe it.
No,
like
it's
Ocean
crazy.
just had her birthday. Cruz's is next month.
Yeah.
4 years old.
I know. This is pretty much, Britt, this is like, they're getting into the stage of, they're like human.
Yeah.
Like they're not toddlers anymore. They're like real life kid people.
It's insane.
I know.
It's insane. And Cruz is getting so big, and I'm just like, oh my
Cruz's
gosh.
shoe size is, he could give his shoes to Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. Sheena could probably wear Cruz's shoes.
His foot is massive.
Yeah, he's going to be a big boy. But it's just crazy. Like, you know, I've always put in so much thought into like every single like birthday, every single,
know.
like I love doing all this like party stuff.
We need a
And
show on HGTV.
oh, I would love it.
You must have it.
I would love it. Or like some kind of home decor, something, some kind of part. I don't know.
You're so great at it.
But we also have party planners who are absolutely amazing. Picnic and Plettle.
Don't even get me started on them.
The best.
I talked about them
in the world.
Yes, I talked about them on my last podcast. I don't know, maybe the one coming up. But I'm like, let me say this. Like, I paid for Ocean's party. This is not a shout out. This is a legit, like, they save my ass.
Yeah. Yeah. They're amazing. Like, I will come up with a concept, a theme, colors, all that stuff, and I'll send it to them, and they just, like, go with it. Picnic and Pedal, amazing. I can't even. And they've been doing every single one, every single party, my birthday, like everything.
Yeah.
And I've already got cruises.
Fantastic.
I've had, like almost a year before every single birthday for cruise, I've had the theme picked out.
I can't wait for
like,
this
it's
year.
crazy. I'm excited.
I am too.
For this year. It's going to be so cute. And Oceans was so good and so cute. We went to that, what's it called?
Sloomoo.
Where
your kids have fun and the parents want to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But it's so good for the kids. But like, you have to put the slime, you pick your slime, and then you pick a scent, and then you pick a color. So you put the dye in, and I always use the same fingernail polish color, like majority of the time.
Yeah.
It's called Orly Rose Colored Glasses. Okay. And it's very like nude. Don't look at my fingernails now because I was so nervous yesterday with the thing coming out. So I picked them all off. I got to go tomorrow. But, so after I left there, I had blue underneath my fingernails, and it would not come out.
No, literally, if
it would not come out.
Going like Papa Zanny before, because the kids fucking die for it. It's such a cute place.
Yes,
and so many different kinds of slime.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so cool.
Yeah,
it was
extra
so cool.
Sticky. Go with like the cloud.
The cloud.
Yeah, with a cream. Like
get the cloud.
The easy one.
I got like cheesecake scent, I think.
Oh, girl, yum.
Yeah. But it was so cute and so fun.
Thank you, babe.
But I just cannot believe that they're all turning 4. All the Vanderpump kids are 4 years old.
That's crazy to me.
Nuts. So speaking of Vanderpump kids.
Yeah.
Way to lead into this. How are you feeling about Vanderpump Rules being like basically over? I mean, I know they're having another season with a whole new cast, but I was on that show for 5 years, which I felt like it was a lot. You were on for 8
seasons.
8 seasons. So how do you feel?
I felt fine about it. It felt very final. It felt like the story was done and that chapter had closed. Mm-hmm. So of course, when you look back on it, it was such a special time. It was a show that changed all of our lives forever.
Yeah.
But I was cool with it. It was like, we're done here. None of us kick it. None of us are talking. Like, the group is not just fractured. Like, we're in pieces. And let's just call it a day.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted. And, let's pass the torch to someone else.
How do you think the new cast will, like, stand up to having to be a brand new cast but still have the name? Are they changing the name? Or
no.
They're keeping the name?
No, they're picking right up. It's just Vanderpump Rules season 12.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, like we never existed.
Wow. Okay, so how do you think the new cast can stand up? I mean, that's big shoes to fill.
Oh, you can't fucking step to us. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? No, they'll go on. They'll have a heyday. But like, are you joking? Old school Vanderpump Rules pop culture phenomenon. I will say the only people, like you and I were pretty much the last of like the bringing in new cast members that really stuck and became like a part of the show. Like it just made sense. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, it's going to be fun and entertaining, but like you can't replicate that shit.
I've always thought that too. Like, how in the world are they going to do it? Or will it seem so fake because they're trying to live up to the Vanderpump Rules?
That's what's so hard about reality TV right now is any new like housewife franchise or city that comes out, anything, you always feel like they're trying to replicate or I'm just doing what I've seen on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's also another reason why the Valley is going to be so good. because it is so raw and so real.
Right. And it's also, you guys are familiar faces.
Yeah.
You have people that are dedicated fans. They want to see what you're doing with your life, and they've evolved with you. So to see you guys and then a group that you guys have been kicking it with.
Yeah.
No, you guys are fucking unhinged.
Like,
I love it.
After that trailer, I was like, oh my gosh. Like it's very getting the attention, in for the show, but it's not even like half of what happens. So
I love it because besides you and like Dodie, because you guys know the drill, but the rest of the cast is like, they haven't been wounded yet.
Yeah.
They haven't realized how fickle the audience is yet, where it's like, they love you today, they are torching you tomorrow.
Yep. It's so up and down always. Yeah. I'm so interested to see how this season's going to go. April 15th, The Valley coming out.
Don't be mad at me. I did not watch season 1.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Through my own, I didn't want anything to do with Bravo.
I honestly don't even like. Well, I can't say that really, but like, it's hard to watch reality whenever it's like your friends and stuff,
yeah.
And like, what's happening behind the scenes and this and that. And, I watch whenever it's needed, but I don't want to like, I don't know.
Sometimes be transparent.
Yeah.
You brought up anything on season 1 that I didn't know about.
Oh yeah. No, season 1 was great, but it's not going to hold a candle to season 2. And I will say that for sure.
Do you have watch parties that we can come to?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I will.
Yeah.
When Reality Hits is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause, and MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Maybe I can like put one of those like big screens in the back. You know how you can like rent a big screen?
Yeah, like a projector.
Oh my gosh. I have a funny story really fast. I didn't even have a plan to talk about this. Okay, so one time for Valentine's Day for Jax, this is whenever I was pregnant.
Okay.
Which I don't know why I went above and beyond for Valentine's Day whenever I was the pregnant one, but I did. So I set up a really cute like movie night in our backyard. And I got one of those huge projector screens, and we had like this whole thing set up with like snacks and this and that. And, you know, it was like bean bags and stuff for us to lay on to watch like a really cute movie. So Jax is gone, or I don't know where he was throughout the day. And so I'm setting it up with the people from the company.
Yeah. He
like plugs it in, and it was porn.
On his own phone?
It was porn that popped up on the projector from them. So like whoever had either rented it last, or the owners or whatever, were watching porn. And it popped up, and I'm a people pleaser, so I didn't say anything. Like,
so he started blowing them all? Just kidding.
Oh, no, he just like hoped I didn't see it and like took it off like really fast
on the giant projector, hoping you didn't see it.
I just acted like nothing happened. I was so uncomfortable. I was by myself pregnant with this, and all of a sudden it pops up, and it's just me and this man sitting there setting all this up together, and porn pops up.
I cannot.
I wish I could remember what kind of porn it was, but it was just like...
I'm so dead right now. I'm so dead. Do you remember Dodie's
clean off
ex-boyfriend,
your
Carter?
stuff before you set up a TV for somebody else. You know,
people forget, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
But
forget,
it's a
'cause
business.
That's my biggest
it's
fear.
a business. Like I paid you to come over and set this up. And it's going to be porn that you just watched instead of like a sexy
where were you
movie.
prior to this, where you would be playing, what was he just jacking off? On
Or
the way over?
did somebody who rented it before me play it? I have no idea.
No, it had to have been on his own phone, Brittany.
Well, I can't remember how it worked, but yeah, it was something like that. Maybe he was just, because you had to connect your phone to the thing. Yeah, it was on his phone. Oh my God.
Wait, do you remember when Kristen's ex?
Yes. I've talked about that with Kristen before on the podcast because it's so funny. But we'll say it again in case you guys didn't hear it. We were all in Vegas. And we had this like huge suite that had like multiple bedrooms.
Yeah, what were we doing? It was for Lisa Vanderpump's opening.
Or was it for me and Katie's birthday?
No, we got the room for all of us. Vanderpump was opening her restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
Because I remember my outfit, I looked really cute.
Okay, yeah. But we also went another time with me and you. Like, me and Katie's birthdays are close.
Yes.
So we went another time, and that's whenever you were still with Randall. I was still with Jax, too.
Wow, what another lifetime.
Yeah, because we would always do group stuff. And, like, Schwartz was there. Like, everybody was there.
Damn.
Kristen. So, but I've talked about it with Kristen. She doesn't care. But, yeah, whenever she was dating Carter, in case you guys didn't hear it in the past, he went up to take a shower and didn't remember that his phone was still connected to the Bluetooth to listen to music. And all of a sudden we start hearing porn sounds out of the speaker.
I was like,
I was like, turn it off. Oh my God.
by the way,
that is so funny.
I don't judge.
We had so
Love
many
a good porn.
Yeah, who cares? But we had so many fun memories whenever everybody was still intact.
No, that makes me sad.
Yeah, stuff like that definitely makes me sad. But, look where we are. We're having amazing
Look where
times.
we are in divorces, custody battles.
Hey, we have to
Life
look
is
at
just so great.
We have to look at the positives, okay? We cannot focus on the negatives. We have to look at the positives. Okay, so going into that, lead way to another question. What's the best advice, Lala, that you would give me going through, my divorce and everything, but also just the fact that I have to co-parent with somebody who I can barely stand half the time? Because I know you've been through it. What would your advice to me be?
Right now, you're, and I've been where you are right now. All the chicks are sending you messages.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the thick of it. But I think my biggest piece of advice to you is, number one, no, this is not your forever. Take a moment to remember, like, this is going to pass.
Yeah.
The next piece of advice I would give you is, do not let him plug into you. You'll get to a point where, like, you're kind of just numb. You're done talking about all the shit that he's done. Like, you can laugh about it. The anger's gone. When you kind of just, like, are chill with everything, they kind of just, like, fade away a bit.
Yeah.
And they will be peaceful with you. I know it seems like it'll never happen, but you will get to that place. And I think just remembering that it's not your forever.
Yeah.
And when it becomes too much, just, like, don't engage with him.
Yeah.
Be okay to block him.
Yeah. I'm doing really good with that right now.
I think you are too.
But it's been a lot. It's been hard. I mean, it's been over a year since we've separated. We're still waiting for this divorce to finalize, but it's just been like a lot of up and downs,
Yeah.
But right now I'm just like, no, I can't handle it anymore. It's just like, nope. Because I know this about myself, that I am very forgiving, sometimes too forgiving, sometimes too naive, sometimes too, much of a people pleaser or whatever. I know these things about me, and I feel like with our situation, he would I would find out something awful and I would, be quiet for a couple days and then let him come back in and, not for us to get back together. Let me make that clear. I'm talking about like co-parenting and different things. but then nothing ever changes. And the cycle repeats itself.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just be like as strong as I possibly can and not allow that to happen.
That's going to be the hardest part, I think, for you, is when you share a child with someone, you don't have the luxury of just going, goodbye, get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah.
You have to engage still.
Yeah.
It's mental torture. But you're going to get to a place where it's just kind of like clockwork. You know exactly how the days are going to go. You know how to disengage. You know when to engage. It'll just become your normal.
Yeah.
And everything is always worse in your head.
Oh, yeah.
Than how, when you start looking a million miles ahead, it's like, oh my God, how am I going to take that all on? And then when it actually comes, we're just built to handle shit.
Yeah.
That's why there's 7 billion people on the planet.
Well, and also because you obviously feel like you're in a much better place now than you were years ago whenever you were in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's great. That's great for me to look up and be like, okay, she's in a much better place now when it comes to the ex,
Oh, yeah.
So,
Brittany, you remember, I was down to like 90 pounds.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat. I was not well. That was the most horrendous time of my life, to the point where even when I go into West Hollywood, it gives me a pit in my stomach and I have to remind myself, like, you're okay. That time of your life is over and you're on the other side. Like, it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
That feels so good.
Good.
And I love being like, you're someone else's problem. Like, I never have to deal with you ever again.
I've just so many of these girls that are in my DMs because it's not just one.
Yeah.
Let me make that clear. It's been multiple.
It's beyond multiple.
It's been multiple. And I've said back, I don't respond to all of them, but I have said to a few, like, do what you got to do. He's not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
And that feels good to say. Cause like, I'm not doing it. Like, don't drag me into your stuff. Like, what is wrong with these girls that think that they can send me this stuff?
Well, I think a lot of them do it because it's their way to you.
Yeah. But like, weird, like, what? Like,
what? I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move on.
Yep.
Like, do not send me sexual messages from my ex. Like, so weird.
Yeah. And like, we're not together anymore. I don't give a shit about this. No, there will be women who will reach out to me talking about how he creeps around on his new person. I go, I don't give a fuck. Great. And
you're like, doesn't surprise me. Yeah, but I've had to say, like, he's not my problem anymore. Do what you got to do. Like,
what a
stop.
great fucking feeling.
Yes. Like, I'm sorry, not my problem anymore. I don't have to make excuses for him anymore.
No, you don't have to apologize.
No.
Anymore.
Feels pretty dang good.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on, because we're talking about Vanderpump Rules, that's how you and I met.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
So glad that we met. Our beginning was so weird. Like, whenever, like, obviously you don't know what's being, I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but I feel like I should because it's so funny. Whenever I first came to the show, like, I had no idea what in the world I was getting into. Okay. I was just like, never had seen Vanderpump Rules, never had seen even, I don't even think Housewives or anything.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what was going on. And then you had like my ex who was like such a gaslighter and a manipulator. So it was making me think that like Lala was all over him and stuff. Like, and then whenever I watched it back, I was like, oh my God. So a lot of people were like, I've seen so many people like comment and be like, well, how do you feel like that, seeing that like Jax was like flirting with Lala too? And I've moved on obviously so far past that, but it's just, it's a funny memory now.
Yeah.
Because it was so not like how things were portrayed to me, you know?
Of course not. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and looking back, I'm like,
and you called me Honey Boo Boo or something, and I was like so upset.
Well, because you thought that I was calling you that because of the Southern Family show called Honey Boo Boo, but I was actually trying to be nice.
So funny.
I was trying to like a pet name.
It's so funny, like thinking back now and just being like, gosh, like even from the get go, you know, there's so many different things that I could go back on and be like, wow,
what a wild time in life,
wild time, so wild ride.
Fun.
I had no idea what I was doing.
None of us did.
I was just like, oh, boop.
Like,
Here we are.
Your top off under a waterfall. I'm like, so what, bitch? Like, what? Looking back on that person, it's like, reel it in. Reel it in.
And I'm like, what are these women doing? What's going on right now? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, that's so funny. So, okay, if you had to pick like some of your favorite moments over the years on Vanderpump Rules, what would they be?
Oh my gosh, my favorite moments on Vanderpump Rules. Can I just tell you, I look back and I had so much fun, like gay pride back in the day. Mm-hmm. That was so just like the day drinking and like getting ready and then getting there and just the energy and the vibe. I had so much fun doing our Solving trip, even though like my dad had passed away, like that was keeping my head above water.
Yeah.
You know, like being with my girls. There's so many moments, but most of my favorites are when I was fucked up. Like I loved all of season 6.
Oh my God, that
was
time.
your worst season.
That was my worst season, but remember we
Not
went
for
to
you, but like the most heartbreaking.
Oh yeah, that was heartbreaking, but this season is way more
worse.
heartbreaking than even season 6 was. But oh my gosh, Lala, you were so funny when we went to Cabo and you were dancing on that bird cage. Remember? Like you did not give 2 shits.
Where I was holding myself and my thongs just exposed.
You were wearing like a t-shirt dress or something with your face on it, probably.
With my own face, obviously. And then I had on a brand new pair of Jimmy Choos that were so fucked up by the end of the night because I was on the ground twerking my ass. What the fuck?
Oh my God, just so many funny moments. And I remember there was a time we were in like the bus, like on our way somewhere, and like they said, Lala, they were like, Lala, please like announce like where we're going next. And you're supposed to be like, okay, everybody, we're heading into so-and-so bar.
That was too high. I forgot words. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Tap someone else in. I was lit.
So funny.
Also loved Big Bear with you.
Oh my gosh, Big Bear. Yes.
So
that was like when we started becoming like friends.
That was like when we
Yes.
That's when you and I got thick.
Yes. Because we were both like, not only just from like having a couple drinks and stuff, it was also because of the altitude sickness, I feel like.
Oh my
like,
God.
We were
hitting
so
those oxygen cans. I've never experienced that before.
No, that's crazy.
Jack's almost drowning.
Oh my gosh.
Too bad that didn't really happen. Just kidding. Just kidding. I would never wish death on him.
No, of course not. But sheesh, my gosh.
No, that was, wow. See, I
So
knew
many
Vanderpump
fun memories.
Rules would end at some point, and here we are looking back on all the fun times.
Yes, there were so many fun times. Okay, so what about your worst memory on Vanderpump Rules?
God.
We don't have to dwell on it. You can just say it and we'll move on.
My worst memories, all of most of season 7 when my dad passed away. Mm-hmm. Like there were moments where I was like, that was fun, but overall fucking dark.
Yeah. You were it was a horrible time for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Understandably.
Favorite moment? All of season 10.
All of season 10 was your favorite?
I was fucking shit up. I was like out in these streets. Narcissism. Fucking you tonight. You're a dumbass bitch. Like, who was I?
I was out in these streets.
No, I loved myself so much. I was like,
oh my
blonde,
God.
fresh new tits, ear pin back. No one's stopping me.
Yes.
All right, I may not be as funny as Nikki Glazer.
I want to pitch a series of like calendars where men are just crying in a therapist's office or punching a pillow and working out their anger towards their dad.
But I do have my moments. I actually have full conversations.
With the moon.
Yes. I try to keep it pretty balanced on this podcast. A little fun dance between comedy, therapy, self-medicating. Oh, and sorry, if you haven't guessed, hi, I'm Caitlin Bristow, host of Off the Vine podcast, where we like to just keep things loose and keep them raw and keep them real, like when we have listeners call in and give confessions.
And then that glass of wine progressed into me becoming a unicorn for them. So,
But we do, and I promise you this, try to keep it honest and vulnerable. So jump on the wagon, not off, grab your favorite bottle of wine, preferably Spade and Sparrows, and join the Vinos. Have yourself a time. The Off the Vine podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, I love you. You're so funny and so fun.
Thanks, babe.
Like, you are 6 years sober, which is absolutely incredible.
That's wild.
But you're still like fun as could be.
Thanks, babe.
Like, I love hanging out with you. You're so fun. You make me laugh.
That's when I die, all I want people to say is that bitch was funny.
It made me laugh.
I don't need them to be like, oh, she was fine. I just need them to be like, she was so fun.
Yeah. I hope people think I'm fun too.
You're the funnest.
Thank you.
I'm telling you right now.
I feel like I'm fun too, but so are you. And but also I'm so proud of you for sticking to that. And like,
thank you, babe.
6 years is a long time.
Yeah, girl, I know.
Like, you should be so proud of yourself for many, many things. Being a mother of two, being out of this like horrible relationship and being so strong for yourself.
Thank you, boo.
Like, you are an inspiration to many, and don't ever forget that.
Well, that's for you as well.
Thank you.
I love you, babe.
I love you, babe. So I ask all my guests this question.
Okay.
If you could be on any other reality show, what would it be and why?
Ooh. If I could be on any other reality show, honest to God, right now, Southern Charm is looking so fun. I'm watching OG episodes, and I just want to live there.
Yeah, it's beautiful there.
Never been to Charleston. but
Oh,
I'm like,
I went before.
I want to be on this show just so I can like sit outside and drink a coffee in the fucking middle of nowhere. Like, how does this place stay in business?
Oh, wait,
It's a
so you don't
shack.
want to be on Jackson, Brittany Take Kentucky?
That's so funny.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so who is your favorite reality star right now of all time?
Gabby from Traders.
Oh,
I think her name's Gabby Windy.
Yeah.
She's funny as shit. And I'm obsessed with her.
So I just saw, like, because she was on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
And I saw just today, actually, where he was like saying, like, pick your rose and your thorns from the season. And she was like, my rose was winning, obviously. And then she was like, and she was like, so I just, but want to make sure that you guys know I still haven't got my money. So I haven't gotten my money. So bravo, NBC, Peacock, just so y'all know. And then he was like, so what's your thorn? She was like, well, not getting my money. And I was like, I love this girl.
She's so good. It's the way her voice is.
Yes. I was trying to do it a little bit, but I probably
No, you
didn't
were.
hit it.
I was envisioning it. No, she's a fucking hoot.
She's funny.
Yeah.
I haven't even
She's
watched
my
all of the
favorite.
Traders yet, but yeah, a lot of people are loving her, and she just got married. So congrats to them.
Yes.
That is amazing.
She said if she won the money, she was going to get married, and she totally did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
girl.
great. All right. At the end of the pod, I always like to do a couple questions from fans.
Okay.
So here we go. This is from Janet,
Janet.
our friend.
You little fucking weirdo.
What
Is
made
it really from our Janet?
Yes. And this is the question that you loved. What makes you feel like strong, independent, badass women?
Let me tell you. Can I tell you?
Yes.
The fact that I don't even need a man to have a baby.
Yes.
Motherfucker, I literally don't need a man for shit.
Oh, yes.
So,
Same. I mean, I didn't have a baby, but still.
but that's the thing. You could, right? It's all about wanting to. You don't have to want to, but it's the fact that you could.
Yeah.
Men should be scared. 'Cause
Yes.
We really are not needing them anymore. You know? If I were a dude, I'd be like, fuck.
I will say for myself, I love that I have my house back and it's just mine, and that like I hired a gardener to take care of the yard. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
totally.
I take the trash out by myself. Like I don't. It's
great.
Like that was basically all that man did at my house. So it's like I could do that easy.
Isn't it weird how shit kind of just got easier for you?
Yes,
You're
the
like,
peace.
Wait,
The peace.
Oh my God.
Yes.
The fact that I don't have someone out playing pickleball and then just like sits on
And you're
all the furniture after. So sweaty. Get the fuck off my suede.
Oh my God, hilarious. Okay, this is from 999 Brittany 999. If you can go back in time and relive one day, just one day, what would it be?
I think about this day a lot where my ex of like 3 years back in the day, we had the best time where like he had a house party at his uncle's house and we just all got really shit-faced, and it was like his cousins and all their girlfriends. And that's just so fun when like the boys are kicking it and the girls are kicking it.
Yeah.
And they were like healthy, happy relationships, and you're fucking like jackrabbits. You don't have bills to pay because you still live at home. Just like the best day ever.
Yeah. All right. This is from Renee_Jenna1. What was Lala's opinion on the Coke and Jax? Did she know during this time too?
We all knew that Jax was he was doing copious amounts of cocaine. Mm-hmm. We all knew that. Mm-hmm. The thing is what is one to do about that? Mm-hmm. Like I always said, like when we would have conversations, not me and Jax, but like me and you.
Yeah.
I cannot. People love to be like, well, you're sober, you should talk to them. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
They know I'm sober. When they want to come and talk to me about sobriety, I will be here. Mm-hmm. So I definitely, because it did start getting worse. It's always been pretty bad, but it started getting worse. And that's when
I had to leave.
You had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was not around him anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like we remember an incident, you and I straight up said to Jax, I'm like, I'm not coming around you, especially with my kids. So like have a good one. And then you and I would just kick it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you left him shortly after that.
Yeah, because the come downs were so bad, and I've talked about this many times. I don't want to go into too much detail because this is a fun podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we, that was like one of the main reasons why I had to move out. And, it wasn't a secret within our group of friends by any means, but like everybody wanted him to be better. Everybody wanted that, or for him to at least realize there was a problem.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened is it took so long for him to realize that there was a problem.
Yeah. And you know what? Whatever he does as someone who's in the sober community and in AA, like I'm never going to question his sobriety, right? Without his sobriety, like Cruz may or may not have a dad.
Yeah. And that was the biggest thing for me about why I wanted him to go.
I know you did.
Made sure I took the right route to make sure he went in.
No, you fought very hard for this.
Yes.
But you can't help anybody get sober.
Yeah.
So pray to God for the sake of Cruz having a father.
Yeah.
That he continues down this path.
Oh, pray. Yes. That's all I want.
And I know you want that.
Yeah. That's all I want. That's all I want. I hate talking about it, but it just is like everywhere right now. So it's like, it's like something that we have to, we have to talk about. And if we can help somebody along the way, like, of course.
Yes.
Okay. This is from Lauren Daly 444. If you could do any career other than reality TV or acting, what would it be?
Murder investigator.
Oh my God, I love that answer because I feel like I would be so good at it too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Every time I watch a true crime documentary, I'm like, I know who did it. And then I end up being right at the end.
Yeah. Or I want to be the prosecutor. You're going to fucking pay me.
Yes. Didn't you at my wedding figure out, because I had a murder mystery, murder mystery party and you won. Yes. That's such a good answer. Detective would be so
and
fun.
I didn't even interview any of the people. Like Bo and Stassi were like interviewing all the people. I'm like, bitch, I know who did this shit.
Oh my God. I love it.
That was so fun.
That was so fun. The way that things turned out now are awful, obviously, but that wedding and everything was so fun. It really was.
You had Lance Bass officially.
I know.
And then saying like, bye, bye, bye.
How cool with all of us. I loved it.
Wow. Amazing.
In a castle. I mean, it was just like a dream. Okay. This is from MTB Megan. Can she give tips on how to make new friends after you quit drinking?
This one is really, really hard because I didn't let go of any old friends due to my sobriety, right? I lost friends along the way, that's for damn sure, but it had nothing to do with like drinking. I think when you're in the rooms, if you're going to AA meetings, you're going to meet people you connect with. So most of the people who I'm friends with now that are sober, I met in the meeting.
Okay. Well, that's great.
But I didn't I didn't go find a whole new group of friends.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah. So a lot of people with sobriety, though, they got to cut out their old friends.
No, you are very much like, pour me a glass of water. If you guys need to take a shot, like, let's do it all together. And I love that in you. And I know a lot of people can't do that, obviously, but they're just like,
I'm very lucky that I can like be around it. So.
Yeah, but because I can, like, I know, like, even times whenever I go out or whenever I was pregnant or whatever, people can be so annoying.
Oh, for sure.
When they're drunk.
Yeah. But I know when to tap out.
Yeah.
I know when I say I'm done here.
Yeah. You're like Irish exiting like so much. Oh my gosh. This is from Zoya_Passy. I think that's how you say it. Does Lala like being single?
I wish I didn't like it so much. It's actually scaring me.
Oh, me and you have got to.
No, I know.
We're double dating soon.
Yes. And I get worried about going out and meeting people because I don't know what their intentions are. I have a lot to lose at this point. I have 2 children. So I'm all about, like, if someone knows someone and can co-sign on them for me, like, let's do it.
Yep.
I'm really, really happy. I'm okay being single. However, I do need to get out and start meeting people because I'm so comfortable being single that I'm like, I can't just like give up forever. Like, I got to start like I got to start popping that pussy for a real one. Like, why is she going to close up? I feel like I'm back in the boat. I'm like, where's the dawn? Calling the dawn.
Calling the dawn. I'm dead. No, me and you have got to go out and like wingman for each other.
100%.
It's happening.
I already told Brittany, I was like, the guy that you have been talking to, I know he has a friend.
Yeah.
And he does.
I'm like, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to ask you one more question because I don't want to keep you away from your babies too much longer.
I love you. Thank you.
This is from Des Mango.
Okay.
What do you feel was your most iconic moment on Vanderpump Rules?
Oh my God. I've had so fucking many.
I love you so much.
My most iconic moment. But for real though, I had so many. Bambi-eyed bitch later got iconic.
Oh, yes.
The season 10 reunion, just the little zingers that I would throw. Like Raquel being like, this is Lala at her finest. I'm like, I'm always at my finest, baby. Always.
Yeah, you are good at your one-liners, I swear.
I just like had a heyday all of season 10. But I can't pick one scene because literally I'm a fucking icon. So.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
I love it.
By the way, I have to feel that way because if I live in everyone else's world, I will be in the fetal position in my closet and never come out.
Girl, we are queens and we know it, and that's all that matters. We've been through some shit.
Yeah, like you cannot tell me nothing.
Yeah, we got to move on and move past it.
I'm so grateful that you had me on this episode of your pod.
Me too. I'm so glad you came on.
Congrats on you having the pod all to yourself.
Thank
well
you.
Deserved.
Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you.
Thanks for being on, Lala. You're the
welcome.
best. And thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of When Reality Hits. I'll see y'all next week. Love ya.
Are you looking for your next case? Pluto TV has all your favorite crime dramas streaming for free.
You're gonna need some backup.
Which means suspense is free.
Very cool.
Watch CSI New York, Criminal Minds, Blue Bloods, Tracker, FBI, and SWAT all for free.
You can't outrun this.
Someone is gonna pay for all this crime. But it's not gonna be you.
Take care of business, fellas.
Watch all the cases, all for free, from all your favorite devices.
We got you.
Feel the free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.